seaside destinations, there's one location that attracts us Brits more than anywhere else on the planet.
With a fantastic climate, beautiful coastline, and rich, varied history, it is no surprise that we're drawn to the shores of the Mediterranean.
Bordered by Europe, Africa, and Asia, this sea in the middle of the land has a coastline stretching 28,000 miles and attracts a staggering 1/3 of the world's international tourists.
But there's so much more to the Med than holidays. People love to call this place home, and you can see why. Imagine waking up with a view like this every single day.
On my journey around this diverse region, I'll explore the fascinating architecture.
That's beautiful, isn't it? Very, very dramatic.
I'll get hands-on to experience life as a local.
Why are there all these supercars in Monaco and you can only go 30 miles an hour?
50 kilometers per hour.
And meet the lucky people with truly amazing homes by the Med.
Whoa, look at that. But you never get bored of this view, do you?
The beautiful Balearic island of Majorca. Here, contemporary homes are carved into imposing cliffs. Towering villas lay tracks to the seashore.
You're getting a small funicular railway put into your house.
Yes.
Is that slightly excessive?
It is slightly excessive.
And rotund orange residences have hearts of pure gold.
24 carats massive.
That is about the goldest shower I have ever seen.
Gold gives you power.
Last year, a staggering 2 million Brits visited Majorca, making it our #1 foreign holiday destination. And you can see why. Beautiful rocky coastline, long sandy beaches, and over 300 days a year of sunshine. What's not to like? But there's so much more to Majorca than mass tourism. Recently, the island has become a real hotspot for ambitious architecture, stunning house design. And along its shores, you will find some of the most desirable and expensive properties anywhere.
Located in the western Mediterranean, over 100 miles off the Spanish mainland, Majorca is the largest of the 4 Balearic islands. My journey starts on the southwesterly tip, and I'm arriving in true 21st century Majorcan style.
I'm heading into Port Andratx. It's a natural inlet that has been a harbour for over 1,000 years, used by all kinds of different civilizations, the Moors, the Romans, the Catalans, and today still has a busy little fishing fleet.
The daily catches of sole, sea bream and red mullet attract traders from all over the island to Port Andratx. This picturesque cove is also a popular spot for holiday homes, where sprawling Italian villas cling to the precipitous hillsides. And it's along this steep and sharp-edged coastline where I'll find the first home on my Majorcan itinerary, 6 miles southeast in Port Adriano. The name suggests that lurking behind this wall of frosted glass should be a towering structure, but you'd be surprised.
Now this is a very intriguing house, because normally with houses they make a big statement when you first see them as you approach. But this one, well, there's almost nothing to see here, and perhaps that, given the view, is the most powerful statement of all.
From the rooftop parking space, the only way is down. Descend through a dramatic passageway of smooth render and jagged sharp sandstone, and the hidden home reveals itself. Carved into the sheer rock face, this is Sky High. Perched 100 feet up on this rugged coastline.
Beautiful, isn't it? That's lovely. The way you kind of drop down into the cliff face. It's very, very dramatic.
Designed by retired architect Graham Phillips, he and his wife Diane split their time between Dorset and this cliffside modernist dream.
How did you end up in this incredible location?
Friends who bought a house 2 houses along, they invited us just for a long weekend. And we came, we went through the door and down the stairs in their house, and the view, it was just jaw-dropping. And they said, oh, by the way, the house next door is for sale, which is the one called Cielo next to us. So the Monday morning, we met the estate agent, and literally in 10 minutes, we bought it. The estate agent just happened to mention, oh, by the way, there's a plot that comes with this house.
So you should buy one, get one free?
Free. And this is, and the house you're in now, Sky High, is what we've created on that plot.
But new Spanish coastal building regulations meant the plot posed a huge challenge and led to the unique nature of Sky High.
The rules are now you can only build 2 stories in one go, and you mustn't come up more than 1.5 meters from the natural profile of the ground, and that makes life 10 times harder.
So in a way, this incredible form where you walk up on the roof and there's no building and it just drops, that was forced by the regulations. Absolutely. Rather than driven by design.
Yeah, so when you get that problem, we thought you'd try and turn it to advantage, so you get the grand entrance and you can just drive and almost go straight into the sea.
It's quite nice not actually seeing the house, isn't it?
It is. It's different.
I think it's lovely. Other than the view, what was it about Majorca that really attracted you?
It's just such a wonderful place, and the people are so lovely, and it's just so different, and all the beautiful old buildings.
It's fantastic.
Diane and Graham's passion for Majorca is evident in their home's most striking feature: the double-height retaining wall on the cliff face that's clad in malles, a sandstone found exclusively in the Balearics.
You couldn't leave the rock of the cliff.
We'd like to, but you can see outside where the rock has been left on a side entrance, but it does crumble a bit, so we needed to clad it with something, and we used the same Majorcan stone.
So this is the kind of local stone that would be behind
They excavate from tunnels in Majorca.
Uplights emphasise the rough texture of the stone, while mirror strips trick the eye and triple the height of the wall.
I think the mirrors are brilliant, so it makes you feel like you're in an enormous cliff face at the back of the room. So you sort of feel like you're just sat in this beautiful stony depression. Do you mind me saying, it's very Bond villain. But I mean, you know, in a good way. Because they always have the best houses, don't they, the Bond villains?
They do.
The lower main floor and floating mezzanine levels are both open to the sandstone wall and the front facade of huge 40-foot square glass panels. Stretching the full width of the terrace is an infinity pool that blurs the lines between different hues of blue. Minimalist monochromatic bedrooms ensure guests aren't distracted from the eye-popping colours outside. Down in the basement, it's a different story, with Diane and Graham's elaborate master suite bedecked with silver, which flows out to a private terrace and hot tub. I'm discovering that this is a house that works on many levels.
Now that is cool. This is a completely pitch black bathroom, which is in total contrast to the bright white sun-filled exterior and the rest of the house. And the whole end wall is a sheet of glass, and you can see through to the excavated rock that sort of reminds you of the fact that this whole building has just been carved out of a cliff. That's a very nice bathroom.
and delve deeper into the darkness, and more subterranean surprises await.
Wow, this is very mysterious, isn't it?
I hadn't realised this was a party house.
Sky bar.
Welcome to the Sky Bar.
That's a very big bar for a house.
We'd never do this in England, but when you come here, you tend to go out more, you have friends, people drink more, which isn't ideal, but it's great.
But if I lived here, I wouldn't want to be spending too much time down in the bar. For me, this place is all about the incredible surroundings.
It's an absolutely beautiful location, and I think where it sits here on that Mediterranean sort of scrub cliff is just perfect, isn't it? So you have this lovely contrast of the uber modern and the kind of absolutely untouched.
My Majorcan adventure has got off to an inspiring start. Soon I'll discover how a family's love affair with the island began with a high-stakes gamble.
Your grandfather won an apartment and a car in a card game.
Yep.
And the future's bright. I'll meet the colourful owners of this extraordinary house.
My voice is a little bit more sexy than yours voice, but he looks good, huh?
These are the breaks,
What's he doing,
These
this
are the
guy,
breaks.
huh?
I'm in Menorca, sampling the stunning mix of homes and fantastic architecture that this Spanish island has to offer. Majorca's known as the Isle of Calm. However, many of its traditional buildings reflect a turbulent past, like here in the historic town of Sant'Agni.
Over the years, Menorca has been a real lure to adventurers, explorers and invaders. Sat strategically in the heart of the Mediterranean with lots of natural resources and rich, fertile soil, it has proved irresistible. And you can see evidence of that here in Sant'Agni. This is one of the old gateways through the old town wall, built to protect against the constant raiding of North African corsairs, of pirates. And the scale of the wall gives you an indication of exactly how destructive those raids were.
These defences no longer fear ancient marauders and instead encourage artisan market traders.
Hola. Questo corrado?
Majorca. ¿Se quiere probar?
Yeah.
Across Menorca, thriving weekly markets sell gourmet local produce. And they're well worth a visit.
Buen días.
For the next property on my Majorcan menu, I'm heading back to Port Andratx. I'm here to meet a British family whose relationship with the island began with a rather audacious gamble. And ended here, a fantastic hillside villa owned by Adam and Beth Watson from Harrogate.
So what's your link to the island?
My granddad used to have an apartment in Santa Ponsa that he used to come here in the 1970s, I think it was, with his friends, and they were playing cards one night. I think it was with the mayor of Santa Ponsa, and he actually won the apartment and the big white Mercedes in the card game. Yeah.
So whoa. Your grandfather won an apartment and a car in a card game.
Yeah.
Ever since Grandad Bill played that lucky hand, Adam's been holidaying on the island. However, to win a home here now would involve some seriously high stakes.
We didn't ever think we'd find anywhere, did we? Because, you know, you look at the hillside and it's just peppered with big villas of, some of them are, you know, in 30-odd million pounds value. We thought, God, we've just got to find something because this is where we want to be, this is where we want to bring the kids, this is potentially where we want to live.
So to get a foot on the Andratx property ladder, Beth and Adam started at the very bottom, spending £400,000 on this unloved and overgrown property.
You came first, and you came back to me and said, I found the house that we're going to buy. And
You wouldn't believe me, would you?
I didn't believe you. So I came across and I walked in and I was just like, wow, I can't see it. You couldn't even get into the property. There was trees, there was bushes, there was a boat downstairs.
So you're saying I've got the vision and you haven't?
No, but it just looked such an enormous job.
So there was a boat downstairs?
There was a boat,
And outside there.
There was mattresses piled high. So it was a lot to see through, and I was a bit like, wow, if we're going to do this, we're going to have to be sure that we want it, because it was going to be a huge job. And I wasn't.
Fortunately, property developer Adam was. What were 3 separate apartments have been transformed into a single luxurious 6-bedroom home called Con Calms, or the House of Calm. Upstairs, a sophisticated sitting room leads through to the handleless steel grey kitchen. While the master bedroom, all boutique hotel chic, is surrounded on 3 sides by floor-to-ceiling windows. And throughout, there's dark, engineered oak floorboards.
Well, this staircase, this wasn't here when we first bought it. It was a dining room, so it was straight across. I had to rip it all out, put the concrete stairs in, put lintels across the top.
So this is how you kind of connected the various sort of flats?
Yeah, because this was the apartment in here. And there was
This is where the boat was.
Okay,
the boat was
the boat
in here,
rooms, quite
There's a lot of
literally.
bikes in here.
Down here, there's another stylish lounge and a second modern kitchen, handy for prepping poolside treats.
So it was all about kind of making that flow
A family
and work
sort of
together.
house, ideal. So from outside here, you can actually go inside, enjoy the kids, the TV, the people can sit here sunbathing.
Although there's been rapid change here, Adam and Beth have respected the building's history and its surroundings. The perimeter wall's been rebuilt using Menorcan stone, every single piece hand-chipped to fit.
We needed to modernise it, but we wanted to keep some of those
Keep it
authentic
yeah.
features.
A lot of the locals have said, oh, we like the way you've done the wall, keeping it more Menorcan.
Yeah.
Phew, let's just thank God, it helps,
As well as this fantastic courtyard and pool, head up to the roof terrace and there's much more to see from your sun lounger.
Oh, fantastic. So you really do get a great sea view from up here.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And the hills over there, they're lovely, aren't they?
You get the panoramic view, it is gorgeous. So you can see a bit of the port and then the mountains over there. And when the sun hits them, they're just brilliant.
It's one of the great things about this island, isn't
Well,
it?
that's
It's
nice.
those big hills.
Yeah, when we first bought the place, and like Beth said, she wasn't really too keen at first. She couldn't see it until I said, right, come look on the roof terrace.
Yeah, and I came up
and then
here.
you come and you think,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I can see that.
With the renovations completed, the plan is to move out here permanently. The only conflict at the House of Calm is over timescale.
I'd like to move here as soon as we can, but hopefully as much time as possible.
It's a long-term plan.
Yeah.
We will.
Wait a second, I'm getting
it's not. It's a short-term plan.
One day we will live here for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just about when is the right time.
Okay, how long do you think, Adam?
A couple of weeks.
It's more like 5 or 6 years.
Really?
You know, it's a bit longer because the children are at school. So, but it is something we will do, and for sure I think we will live here at some point.
What I love about it is the proximity to the town centre and to the harbour, and you can walk everywhere, which is so nice.
But you feel part of the town because you're that close, which is nice.
We're in the hub of it here, we are, and it's just literally 5 minutes away. Everything's on our doorstep.
And the fact that it all starts with a card game, I think, is fantastic.
If, like Beth and Adam, you're tempted to twist and enter the Majorcan property market, then here's a strong hand of homes for you to consider. In picturesque Port Calfuera is this former fisherman's shelter that's been converted into a rustic one-bedroom harbourside home. It's not the prettiest, but at £300,000 it represents a relative bargain for the island, making it a catch of the day. If your budget's more cruise liner than trawler, then in the pine-scented hills of San Vida overlooking Palma is an ultra-modern villa. From the vast open-plan living area, a floating staircase leads to 5 ensuite bedrooms. There's also a gym, jacuzzi, sauna and home cinema. Although you might have to be a film star to find the £5 million you'll need to buy this blockbuster. And for the triple rollover winners, there's this sensational 7-bedroom home in Port Andrade. Light and bright inside, the real focus is what's outside and the breathtaking views across Cala Lamp Bay. The price, just €5,000, under 13 million, or £10.25 million. Majorca really is a millionaire's playground, and that's especially true of Calvia, a region that's the second most expensive coastal area in Spain. The next home on my island itinerary overlooks one of this pricey province's most ancient harbours.
Just behind me is Santa Ponsa Harbour, where in 1229 King James of Aragon and his Catalan army invaded, captured the island and set it on its path to Spanish rule. And today, alongside Majorcans, there is an army of expats who have taken this place to heart. And I'm off to meet a German couple who live in what must be one of the island's most unusual houses.
This incredible, bonkers structure is Villa Kalani. A unique tangerine dream that combines improbable design with some of the best views on the island. This regal residence belongs to Andrea and her husband, Prince Karl-Heinz Richard I von Sayn-Wittgenstein.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Andrea. Pleased to meet you.
Thankfully, to his
Villa
friends,
Kalani.
Thanks
Come
very
in,
much.
please.
And
The
hi.
My name is Charlie.
husband.
My
Yes.
name is Heinz.
Hello, Heinz. How are you?
You speak perfect English, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been doing it all my life.
But my voice is a little bit more sexy than your voice. But he looks good, huh?
These are the breaks, huh?
What's he doing,
These
this
are the
guy?
breaks.
Huh?
Come in.
Okay, come in Villa Kalani.
Built in 2009, the self-styled Prince's Palace is a series of 4 cylindrical structures connected by terraces and water features. It's inspired by Luigi Kalani, a celebrated German industrial designer.
Luigi Kalani is the Da Vinci of the 20th century.
Okay.
He's really famous in the
Yes,
world.
and he
Okay.
only make round things, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? In the nature, things with quadrat,
Square,
with
square,
square.
yeah.
You never see square things.
He loves round forms.
Only
Everything has
round
to
forms,
be
you
round.
know?
Do you like round forms?
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's more soft, you know?
Yeah.
Can you think a lady with
Yeah.
a square? No, I cannot think. So, you understand what I mean?
I think so.
I might grasp the logic behind the architecture, but day-glow orange for the external render? That's another matter.
People said, oh, you are crazy, you can't do this.
Yes, I can do
And
it.
no.
Orange is
And
the
I-
most optimistic color in the world.
And I painted orange.
Well, you know, it's your house. You can paint it what
Yeah.
colour you want.
Yes.
Can you show me some more? I mean, I'm enjoying it enormously.
Like, I show you or my wife show you?
Both of you, please. Come on.
I'm about to embark on a grand tour
Look at this.
that I'll simply never forget.
It's not just a round kitchen, it's a spherical kitchen.
Before discovering a sustainable home inspired by a family's love of the high seas.
Well, we've lived on a boat, so...
You went on land and built another boat.
Yeah.
Made our own boat. Yeah, exactly.
I'm exploring the fantastic Spanish island of Majorca and visiting some of its best homes by the Med. From concept cliff houses to rejuvenated villas. Now I'm at one of the most flamboyant properties on the island, if not the whole Mediterranean. The eye-catching Villa Kalani is home to Heinz and Andrea, German reality TV stars and self-styled royalty. If the facade is bright, inside all that glitters probably is 24-karat gold. A purported 60 kilos has been used throughout this home, from swan-shaped taps to tiles around the swimming pool, which bathes everything in a soft golden glow.
It's not only painting.
So it's proper gold leafing.
Yes, if we need
Exactly.
money, we can put it down and I can buy
Oh my
some
God,
sausages. The gold is the color for long life, for health, and for good things,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
And I love gold because I'm a lion. Every lion loves gold, you know.
A Leo.
A
In
Leo.
your
Leo,
star
yeah.
sign.
Yes,
Yes,
a Leo.
And if wall-to-wall precious metals aren't ostentatious enough, then dripping from floor to ceiling are thousands of designer-cut glass crystals.
Even the carpet's got crystals.
No, he loves Swarovski, yes, very much.
It's cut glass, yeah?
Yes.
No, it's a special class from
Very
Austria.
high quality glass.
The highest, yes.
And although it might not be everyone's cup of tea, or even their extravagantly toasted toast, it truly is a mind-blowing level of bling.
They make it for me special, you know.
Yeah?
You cannot buy this in a shop. The fabrication works for me if you like something. Also this,
That's a lot of...
yes, 24 karat gold and about 18,000 small crystal stones.
Cut glass, gold, oh, and then there's the designer gadgets.
So what is this? This is the kitchen.
Yes, round.
Clearly.
The centerpiece is the island and extractor fan, which doubles as a giant electric cloche of frosted glass
Look at this.
to hide the washing up.
It's not just a round kitchen, it's a spherical kitchen.
Yes, it's an egg.
Egg.
It's the golden egg from Villa Kalani, you know.
See, but there's a real contrast here, isn't there, compared to this sort of spacecraft technology, and then you've got some quite traditional detailing.
Look,
and then...
I say you see the same contrast between my wife and me. She is better looking than me, but I'm more kindly, you know.
Of course, of course.
Without exception, every part of Villa Kalani is wrapped in sheer opulence.
That is about the goldest shower I have ever seen.
White gold, yellow gold, 24 carats massive, but not for showing money, for feeling younger. When I came out, I feel like 25, 20. Very powerful and all the things. This original gold gives you power.
In this wealth of excitement, I'd forgotten about a priceless element that almost every room has. Panoramas of tremendous seascapes outside the windows.
This is the master bedroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So from bed, whew, that's a great view, isn't it?
Heinz isn't quite David Beckham, but there are golden balls everywhere. And naturally, the table football players are made of the same stuff.
I'm very kindly, Andrea. I'm very friendly to guests, you know.
Unfortunately, England versus Germany is soon going the same way as so many games before.
Yeah, no, this is one-sided.
You don't see it?
I'm just glad it can't go to penalties.
Ah! I give up. You win.
As the sun sets over the Balearic Sea, the terrace is the ideal place to reflect on my extraordinary day spent at this astonishing home.
Well, I have to say, I think you have undoubtedly followed your own unique taste in creating this
My
house,
taste is
haven't you?
crazy, and this is good. Not everybody must have the same taste. If you
that's
have
true.
the same taste in the whole world, then every house look the same, every car look the same, every clothes from the persons look the same. I hate this. It must be a little bit flowers, it must be colorful, and it must be funny.
And it must be round, and it must be golden.
Round like my stomach, and lovely like my wife.
From Santa Ponsa, I'm heading east along the coast to the rural flatlands of the Campos region. In complete contrast to the lavishness of Villa Kalani, the home I'm here to visit amongst the fig orchards and wildflowers has frugality at its core. This award-winning eco-home is built on stilts to hover above a notorious floodplain, and was the fruit of 4 years' labour for architect Sebastian Harris and his father Anthony, who, to find their perfect plot, left Devon and set sail around the Med.
So let me get this straight. You were living in England,
Yes,
and you packed everyone into a boat,
yes.
and then sailed around the Mediterranean looking for the perfect...
And we went on different voyages around looking in different spots.
You're sailors at heart.
Yes, we've always lived by the sea.
The Harrises may have come ashore by some 3 miles. However, that still doesn't guarantee a dry night.
It is part of a floodplain.
So this whole plain
Yeah.
floods?
Well, it has flooded, and perhaps it will not flood again, but who can say? So it's built up so that if it does flood,
You'll
we'll
find.
keep our feet dry.
Opting to build 10 feet off the ground also creates a fantastic panoramic platform above the figs.
Should we go and look around inside?
Yes.
Because it's a very interesting shape. I'm fascinated to see.
From directly above, you can appreciate the serpentine pan-tile roof, which in turn dictates the layout and function of the interior. It's open plan, and one single room stretches the full 138-foot length of the home, with only the gentle folds of the building to subtly separate different areas.
It's very easy if you have a very long open plan space so that it has the feeling of a
nowhere
tunnel.
to hide, is there?
There's nowhere to hide. So the idea of having the zigzag is that you can hide.
You
get
create
around
corners,
the back.
many sort of open corners.
So as you look down here, you find the bedroom at the end. The bed is tucked behind these angled walls.
So you're creating privacy with sort of
Yeah.
the basic architectural move.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very subtle, very nice.
From the moment they chose the site, sustainability was at the forefront of Anthony and Sebastian's minds. The water comes from a nearby well. The orientation and design of the house maximises the sun's power and the sea breeze.
So that's one of the reasons why the house is arranged in this direction. So the whole building gets this cross ventilation.
That end will heat up in the morning, and it's beautifully warm. This end will heat up in the evening.
As the sun goes around, we move from there to here to there.
I love this concept in architecture of kind of nomadic existence within the building, or the building breathing and expanding and contracting and moving, rather than using the artificial heating or cooling.
It cost Anthony and Sebastian around £330,000 to build their energy-efficient home, which included a strong emphasis on using materials that satisfied their eco-principles. There's Spanish eucalyptus wood panelling, Galician pine floorboards, and locally dug clay tiles on both the floor and the ceiling. As well as sustainable materials, there's also some quirky design features.
And so the doors?
A great big slight pivoting panel here, so that when it's open you get this entire long view coming.
Wonderful view.
And then the whole wall closes.
So during the day you get the length of that view, that kind of grandeur, but then come night, privacy and your own private space.
Even under a brooding Menorcan sky, the best place to enjoy the views from this property is up on the top deck.
It does have this sort of slight feeling of being a boat adrift in the sort of farmland.
Yes,
You know, there's a sort of a lovely analogy
yes,
there.
yes.
You've returned to a boat in many ways. You went on land and built another boat.
Made our own boat. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's wonderful and very unexpected. I think both in terms of the interior space and the way that it sort of connects with the landscape. Obviously, that time on the boat allowed you to re-examine things in a new way, and what you've come up with is unique.
Kind of obvious to us now.
No, but it would be. You've spent months floating around the boat. I mean, what else are you going to think about?
Yes, everyone should.
On the final leg of my island tour, I discover a gorgeous mountain farmstead
I feel like Bono.
where fragrant artisan soap is produced.
And that's definitely not edible.
It would kill you.
Okay. Yeah, then that's a good reason not to do it. Let's not eat it, okay?
And the impressive Majorcan mansion made possible thanks to an impulse decision.
I ended up putting an offer on it before my husband had seen it.
A sort of remote offer.
A little bit crazy, but 10 years later, we don't regret that decision.
I'm in Menorca, seeking out some of its most fascinating homes. From the bustling coastal strip, the next property I'm here to check out is high in the tranquil Andrach Mountains.
The economy of Menorca is, of course, underpinned by the 10 million tourists who flock here every year. And you might think because of that in the off-season, it'd be dead. But it's not. Year-round, there is a vitality to this place. And everywhere you look, you see people finding ingenious ways of making a living.
Behind this jumbled dry stone wall lies a traditional farmstead, known as a finca. And from this serene setting and amongst cream Spanish arches, Trudy Murray, originally from Germany, runs her thriving cottage industry.
I started making soap as an experiment, for fun, and now have a range of 42 products. And I make spa products for the 5-star hotels on the island.
Do you forage or do you actually grow?
We do forage. We have secret places that we go to where we know there's amazing amount of rosemary or bay, and
You start with a pile of ingredients and then with a beautiful
it's a
bath of
little
soap.
bit of kitchen magic, really.
I have no idea how you make soap. Absolutely
Would you like
none.
us to show
I would
you?
love to see some soap making.
We'll go in
Go
the
on, then, let's have a
workshop
look.
and,
You've probably got the nicest workshop I've ever seen in
the
terms
world,
of location.
Best in the world.
I feel like Bono.
And it is a beautiful day to make soap. Trudy's colleague Amber is on the mixer, blending oils with sodium hydroxide to create a hot custard from which soap is made.
Right.
Okay, so.
My job, to add the ingredients that make this simple base special.
Right, and this is oats.
That's oats.
This really is like cookery class, isn't it?
It is.
And then what, sprinkle them in?
Sprinkle them in and now start stirring.
And that's definitely not edible, because it just looks edible.
No, I know. I always think that as well, and I'm always like, oh, yum, I could...
I get rid, but that wouldn't
But
be good.
it would kill you.
Okay. Yeah, then that's a good reason not to do it. Let's not eat it, okay?
Okay, now you do it the same amount, but with this, which is aloe vera.
But there's some gunk in there, is that good?
Yeah, no, that's
That
aloe
adds to the
vera.
character. That's, we want that.
That is aloe vera, yeah.
Right, so chuck it in.
Yeah, chuck that in.
Okay, and I learn new things every day.
Okay, so this is lavender essential oil, so just open up that.
Whoa, here we go. Yep, that's lavender.
Yeah.
I can confirm that.
Flavouring the hot gloop was easy.
Right, and this is the
Here we go.
complicated bit.
Getting it into the soap moulds is a bit trickier.
Oh, look at that, perfect.
Oh, what's that? That's a massive lump of
Do
aloe.
not worry.
Is that okay?
We can spread it out.
Yeah, we're going to spread it out, good.
As the mixture cools down, it's harder to pour, and suddenly I'm in a bit of a lather.
Really quick,
it's
because
stressful.
You can see it's going
I know,
on.
it's stressful. It's really stressful.
And I've only seconds to add the finishing touches before the soap sets firm.
Right, okay, rose petals,
Okay,
rose
over
petals,
here.
rose petals.
You are over here now.
Over here.
In the end, my bars of Luxton luxury soap have shaped up all right.
And so these are from your land, these bits of lavender. Lovely, it smells great. Soap making, eh?
It'll be several hours before they're ready for the bath. So instead, I'll just have to soak up the views of gorgeous West Majorca.
Ah, yeah, I see what you mean. That is a very beautiful view from your office. I'm surprised you get any work done.
From the mountainous interior, I'm heading back to the coast and the exclusive La Mola Peninsula. The final home on my tour of Majorca is pretty special, as it's one of only a handful of properties with its own private access to the shoreline.
Lovely. Really beautiful.
Villa Kalani's exclusive entry to the Med is what made owners Graham and Claire Wellesley jump in, practically without looking.
I remember sort of climbing in at the bottom to come and have a look because we couldn't get access that day and I was only over for the day, and I ended up putting an offer on it before my husband had seen it.
A sort of remote offer.
We'd actually exchanged contracts before I'd actually visited it. It's that unique to have a private boathouse inlet. It was like finding hen's teeth.
Yeah.
And you needed to seize the opportunity. A little bit crazy, but 10 years later, we don't regret that decision one iota.
Built in the 1960s by a French industrialist and motor racing enthusiast, Villa Kalani's wonderful archways give it a traditional Majorcan feel. The exterior is clad in Santani sandstone and was added as part of the renovation project overseen by financier Graham.
You've sort of injected a sort of sense of your own personalities onto it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of the houses on the island have gone for very modern, minimalist looks. We
clearly haven't done that.
What Graham and Claire have done is combine classical and contemporary themes to create a luxurious 7-bedroom villa. A grand triple-height entrance hall connects through a series of vast, elegant living areas.
It's much bigger than it looks when you first enter, isn't it?
No, it's 1,100 square meters, the house.
That's a pretty big house.
3 tiers of Greek marble form the worktops in the handmade oak kitchen, while the bathrooms display even more marbly lavishness that mirror first-class cabins on an ocean liner.
It's a lovely view through there, isn't it, out through the palm tree?
And if you fancy even more spectacular views, just head up the sweeping spiral staircase to the tower den.
Well, this side is the Marmasan Bay.
Oh, I see. Lovely. Beautiful. I mean, that is wonderful to have that view all the way around. I love a round room. It's so, I mean, a nightmare for furniture, but just great for sort of everything else.
The children come up here quite frequently as a sort of hideaway.
Yeah.
Peace and quiet, unbothered, read a book.
Hence the bed.
Absolutely.
From the sublime to the ridiculous, the most ostentatious of Graham's renovations are planned right at the water's edge.
I actually have a funiculare, a train going in that will come bring you straight to the lowest terrace.
You're getting a small funicular railway put into your house.
Yes.
Is that slightly excessive?
It is slightly excessive.
But I love it. have this on your doorstep, that is unique, really, isn't it?
It is very unique of all the Balearics.
And this is a thing that first attracted you to the house, right?
The proximity to the water, yeah, definitely. And you can just walk down, jump in the sea, have a swim,
Cool off.
snorkel, yeah.
Well, when it's finished, give me a shout and I'll pop back and check it out. How
You're
about
more
that?
than welcome.
I've seen a side to this island that I never knew existed.
For thousands of years, Majorca has been subject to successive invasions of different cultures. And whilst the most recent invasion of tourism has undoubtedly changed the island, everywhere you look, you can still find pockets of unspoiled natural beauty and rich island culture. And it's this that attracts some very interesting and unusual people who build some fascinating, beautiful homes. Next time, I'm on Crete, where golden palaces glow in the Mediterranean sun. Beautiful bridges lead to sapphire-hued water. And breathtaking bedrooms appear to float in fresh air.
Here we are.
Wow, that is amazing.